going to be given access to the deadlock util there, blocking off the front of that site.
Headshot. Connecting there onto Verno. Ash with the cleanup, able to find Sheriff in hand. Lots once again taking damage, just eating it here on the entry. Does manage to crouch down, stays hidden for the moment. Foxy 9 finding Cortezia, however, at the same time, and now Gentleman's going to be eliminated. Aspas will fall. It's going to be Artsy to try to clutch this out. Finds the first, cannot quite get that transfer. Gen G taking the opening pistol.
Well, yeah, looking really clean. Looking like they've got some good ideas behind this deadlock. I think this might be the first time we've seen Foxy play it that I can remember. But anyway.
He's played it, but obviously not on Sunset.
Yeah. But this is really curious to see because they've got some ideas to try to block off that front B entrance, and then they overstack mid to make sure that they're going to be able to clean up any entry from that angle. They do a phenomenal job of it. Ash, another big question mark, one of the newest players we have here in Pacific on Gen G. He has stepped in nicely as that info initiator generally, was playing Tejo quite a bit for them. Now, of course, with the nerfs, going to be switching over into the Sova role and gets 2 big kills with that Sheriff to open things up. A bunch of Guardians for Gen G. Shouldn't surprise anyone. They are big fans of that gun.
That they are. So a little touch of damage there. Orb going to be picked up. Fast track that rolling thunder. Swing onto the corner. Karon, the one tap. The spike now on the floor. Slide across the way. Karon still wreaking havoc. Caprizia able to peel one back. Karon will fall. Weapon to be lost, but that's about it. Texture sliding right up into Verno's face. Greets him with a 3K, and it's going to be Gen G. Overall, a very clean anti-eco.
Yeah, so far so good. We've got some good reads on the map. I mean, for Gen G, it's all about map control. That is the way they want to play this game. They want to pressure you. They want to use the Sentinel utility to really block off one site, the access to it. They want to make sure that you're not going to be able to work that part of the map. And then let Texture control another side. That's typically how you're going to see them roll. And that opens up the map for Munchkin to try to find his timings, to go for those lurks. I'm talking to Coach Alex from PRX the other day.
Karen's off the races already.
He's having fun, and oh boy, we already lose Aspas.
Yeah, blink and you miss it. 6 seconds into the round. There's 2 players playing there inside of B main. Aspas dead, and that's all of your entry power taken out of your hands here.
But look how aggressive they are on the map right now. You've got Karan all the way pushed down to A main. He has so much info, and they get that early kill, and they immediately use the safety and the comfort of the deadlock utility to fall back onto the B site to open things up. Now, this is good work by MIBR to open up mid. Just got Ash here watching it right now.
Hold it back is Ash. Okay, welcome to the global stage. Finds himself 2 quick kills. Verno going to be eliminated. It's now just Shenum to try to stay alive and hold on to this weapon. No chance of recovery whatsoever. To swing in, finds a headshot, will stop it from being a flawless. See if he's going to be able to find some more to slow down the bankroll here of Gen G. Because right now it's about to spiral out of control. Some noise made. They know that he's tiles, and Karan is there on the prowl. 3-0 start with a bonus conversion. Gen G looking strong thus far on Sunset.
Yeah, I mean, really out of the curve right now, our Gen G. And I was going to say that Coach Alex from PaperX told me that he hates playing against Gen G. He finds them to be one of the most annoying opponents to go up against because of the map control to take, the way that they're trying to just cause problems on your flanks, on your backsides. They are so difficult to get through. They lock down sites so well. And all of that came to fruition there with a little help from Ash just having a tremendous double kill up at top mid. That is huge. Some Stingers, a couple Sheriffs for MIBR. See if they can find a Thrifty and get themselves on the board.
Could be a big way to try to just get the ball rolling here. Drone able to spot out at least the one. Not sure if Ash had gotten scouted. Cage down, Foxy already within it though, so not going to be giving over any information. And that means that Cortezia does get taken down. Hotspots now once again drop. Texture trying to play off the one way. It's going to be good for one, get some damage across onto the other. They want to try to recover this weapon. Ping out onto Verno. He's able to go ahead and scoop up the Vandal, a chance to maybe deal a bit more damage to Karan. Low on HP, but still finding the headshot. Back to back. It's a 3K for the Omen. 4-0 start. Gen G not allowing any Thrifties.
Yeah, they're so active on the map, putting some pressure on towards A main. Foxy again, really clean. Trying to get Aspas going. Karan having none of it. Texture just says, well, they've got weak guns. I'll just see what I can get done. Karan just steady. A player
willing to make pivots in the compositions. That has changed.
I mean, the only thing you're keeping is the Sova and the Omen. So that's really impressive that they've been this well prepared.
Big reveal on the Munchkin. He's able to straight back. Caron dropping down off the top here, and Market re-swings the corner. Then I'm going to be taken down. Texture, second kill. Cortezia hits the floor. The operator singing out here for Gen G, and the timeout is not going to lead to much of anything. It's a flawless in response. Gen G now 5-0. The economy once again kicked back here for MIBR.
They're everywhere. They're so active in their micro position. They're going high-low on you. Caron swinging out around a box when you're not expecting it. He starts out high. They go low. Munchkin's up on top of the box. And I mean, this is so difficult to read the defensive positions of Gen G. And you probably wonder coming into this map, the Desk talked about it. This is an attacker-sided map. Usually, Gen G gets to pick which side they go for.
Then you can't. Can't do that.
And another big thing, that operator, once it gets into Texture's hands, that's when other teams start to crumble. He is one of the best in the world when it comes to that gun.
Quick little jiggle peek there on the angle. Damage not suffered. 2 Guardians here for the side of MIBR. Rest of the players with Sheriffs. These Guardians, they are weak though. Glass Cannon. Caron going on a walkabout. Strafing down. He's going to catch Util in hand here. Let's see, trying to set up for that fault line. It falls to the wayside. Caron looking for a little bit more. Munchkin going to be taken down. Caron does fall. Verno, some very nice shots. Brings this back into a 3v3. Weapons to be scooped up. As Dart, however, will still get the reveal. Weapon upgrades here. As the kid Cortezia joined in as well, so he'll take the Guardian. Texture getting on a deeper line. Realizes that they're not playing around a main, so now mid has to be a concern.
Ash going to be called upon again to maybe come up with a huge play to try to shut MIBR out of the round.
Makes noise.
30 seconds
Cuts back
left.
over in towards Boba. The slow creep up seems like he's got a read on this, but is he going to be able to hold the line? Faces forward, finds the first. Ospas answers back. 2v2. Foxy9 still here on the site. Ospas on the peak, immediately shot down. What a shot from Foxy9. The net getting the connection, and Foxy getting the headshot. 6-0.
What a round here for Foxy, a player who had a short stint on the bench for Gen G and has come back with a fire underneath him. He has been incredible for the second half of stage 1. He has been lighting up Pacific, and he's doing a phenomenal job again. I mean, his site anchoring has improved so much this year. He is such a fearsome opponent to try to get through because of that incredible individual skill that he has. And when he can make good decisions on the back of it, Gen G will be in full form and will be a fearsome opponent for anybody in this event.
4 ults to work with here on the side of MIBR. As swing around the corner, there's the Hunter's Fury. Ospas having to dodge these. Falls down to 45, quick cancel. As Venom is able to find one. Munchkin dealt with. Caron arriving here at the back of the B site. Wall still able to go ahead and hold them in position. Stems the tide. I like Gen G have a read on Venom's position here at the moment. Finds himself in market. Rolling Thunder going to be coming through. Caron on the TP. Gets himself safely into the back of site once again, dodging out that stun.
But because of
Real way to
Ospas,
scale. Yeah,
they've completely taken over the A site. This is something that MIBR likes to do, is to send Ospas on lurks to find open space or find flanks.
It's about to find Texture. Here around the corner, the slow walk forward, scoped in, trying to clear out the angle, and Ospas has the headshot. Up now on the floor, MIBR pole position to try to get the first round win. See if Shenham's going to be able to hold down this angle, but Caron almost finds him sleeping. Still trying to flush him out. A bit of a back and forth here. One that Caron does manage to win. Spike now going to be planted here on the A site. Hunter's Fury available for Verno if he can play in a disconnected position. As Ash gets flushed into the open, and he just takes the fight, and he takes out Artzine's head. Hunter's Fury no longer a viable option. Verno having to play close. Sends out the recon. Cortezia gonna be dead. Verno now into the 1v3. Finds the first to defuse, being held. Shock Dart will connect. The spray is good. Looking for the clutch. Another shock dart at Caron's feet, takes him so damn low, and Verno gets the fade away. The 3K into the Red Bull clutch. MIBR are on the board.
Man, that is so back and forth, but Verno breathing life here into MIBR. And that round looked like it might be Gen G going from a 3v5 into winning. These shock darts and the follow-up spray, perfect. Just understanding these angles. We talked about at the beginning how impactful he's been coming in for MIBR. Nice! And that right there is a huge round.
Huge performance from him. I mean, he's got the whole rest of the team. He's got the same number of kills collectively there. Inferno's impact certainly being seen. Heavy stack on this A site, though, from the side of Gen G. Two players in position, ready to try to intercept this attack.
Changed up the deadlock positioning.
Stubbins position noted. Foxy ignoring that, tries to go in for the ultimate, but it's going to be canceled as he gets shut down. Fantastic shot there from Artsy that saves Ozbots' life. Tucked into the corner. Hunter's Fury, no damage found, no ping reveals. MIBR making the decision to go ahead, slowly back away. Munchkin quite far forward, though, in B main. Maybe able to catch them by surprise. He's ready to swing out, but they know that they've given up their space, and now he's been spotted. Has to peel back.
Oh, Cortezia had an opportunity there to take the operator out of the round. Couldn't quite convert.
Would have been a big pick there, but he's going to make up for it by finding the headshot there on the Munchkin. Relay pulled the holder in position for the time being, but ping reveal off the neural theft. They know exactly where Texture's at, but they can just ignore him. Go for the spike plant.
Spike planted.
Overdrive is available. Do they want to try to commit that here in the 3v4?
They've got no real great ability to pressure. Oh, you're going to go for it.
Shortcut.
Pops it. Fast lane going to be sent. Some spam coming his way. Slides in. He's able to find Artsy. Looks for Cortezia, but Karen will be there for the quick trade out. Now we go into a 2v2. Both players playing here in main. Smoke down. The TP in. Defuse being started. Overdrive though from Ozbots, tearing them asunder as Ash so very low. Eventually will get flushed out. Sverno collects both kills.
Go, go, go.
Another wild round. The pace of these have been incredible, and a lot of that is because Gen G normally likes to get aggressive early in the rounds, but this time they play a little further back. They give up some of that space intentionally. Foxy9 was still hanging on to his barrier mesh as well. Wasn't able to use the ult or given the opportunity to throw down some of that, so you couldn't really stall them out. And they took a lot of map space because of that. They're able to claim some mid control with Cortezia, keep Texture off balance, and then find a really nice kill onto Munchkin. Isn't able to really find those lurks just yet. Now he's got a judge, trying to get things turned around. Let's see if they read this.
Economy whittled away at here on both sides. But do they want to actually commit into the position? They're reading it, but they're unable to find the opening kill. It's going to be even more damage dealt. I'm taken very, very low. Shots out. Cortezia having to back away, but now they've had kind of both site access points. Door just slammed in their faces. What does the call end up being here for MIBR?
Well, yeah, you remove the neon, you remove the breach. It's so difficult now to make an entry. You got to get a good paranoia, good recon maybe, but it's still a tough ask for MIBR.
Recon confirming that presence still here. Feels like the entry in from market from Cortezia is going to have to be absolutely monstrous.
It's been pinged out by Gen G. Oh my God, Ash.
I mean, he only had 2 HP, but
30 seconds
still
left.
just able to find him blind through the smoke off of timing. Inferno similarly does get tagged up as well. He's now out into the open. Foxy9 makes his presence known. Net will not connect. Inferno have to fight his way out of a very difficult position. He's able to do so with a nice shot there onto Foxy9, but getting the remainder, not quite going to be possible. Gen G get themselves up to 7, guaranteeing a lead at the half.
I'm really impressed with Ash so far here on his international debut. So it's really hot. One way to get Munchkin going, get him into a tricky spot with a judge and find some value. 3 kills for the IGL. He just loves to find those moments, find those weaknesses. You know, he's learning from what he saw in previous rounds. Hey, they're not really taking a lot of B main control if they're not contesting it early. I bet I can tuck into this corner and catch him completely off guard. He's just so good at reading his opponents. Ash playing a little bit further back, setting up for the crossfire with Texture. Inside A main is a weaker buy. Verno with the hero rifle.
Little bit of noise being made here. Texture just walking forward, and a little bit of movement. He cannot find that shot, but he quick scopes back in to take down Aspas. 3 peaks, finds himself a second. Just one by one having him fall, but Artsy with a nice shot. He's able to go ahead and put that operator back down onto the floor.
It's bought a ton of time, though, for the reinforcements to arrive for Gen G. And MIBR seemingly don't feel like they have many other options but to commit to this.
Not exactly the weapon that you want to pick up to try to utilize on the attack on this site, but Shenham is able to make work of it. Get some value from that operator. There's still an opportunity here for MIBR, but now it starts dwindling.
Spike down A.
Spike going to be left on the floor. Just trying to slowly swing further and further. Try to gain some line of sight into A, but now he's going to be smoked off. This operator, not likely to find much value at all.
30 seconds left.
Shot dart in from behind, and
Player
Bruno unable
standing.
to find the kills. And I'm just going to be ping revealed out. Not much else to be done here. Has to go for the timing shot, but Ash will flush him out. 8-2, Gen G back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I mean, you just get that operator right back over to Texture. A little bit off on the first one, but the follow-ups were good. Just don't have many other choices. Love the way that Karan is playing on site, not giving Zenom the chance to really do much with that operator. Never gave him the angles, was aware of the situation. Good coordination with Tom for Gen G. Really
On that deadlock.
Good paranoia, though.
Let's get them to go ahead, back away from the forward angles. Barrier mesh. Set up to try to cut this off, and just even on the spam out, are able to go ahead and clear out one of the sonic sensors.
Look at Karan.
Flush against this tripwire here.
And Munchkin right behind now. Even Texture starting to make a move. Sees the tripwire, but
Look how far back they're playing. They're expecting this Rolling Thunder to come through to try to entry onto the site.
they don't want to give this up until the confirmation comes through that they're going to be planting onto A.
Without any real issues
On
moving
TV
forward, they're just not going to
There
commit
it is.
this ultimate, so they don't send it out. And now that flank around the back has been noted. Naspas able to win the fight here on the forefront as Foxy9 does get taken down, but Munchkin around the back. They weren't ready for that second layer. He strikes, finds 2 kills.
Cage triggered.
Not seen with this Rolling Thunder could be monstrous though for the post plant. He's got it set up and ready to go. Hearing Texture trying to sprint forward, trying to get ahead of it. And he will just get shut down. Timing though, Munchkin swings around the back. Aspas found. The time is getting away from them here as Bethesda hits a great shot out from Ali. It's all on Ash now, and he cannot get it done. Huge round from MIBR. They get themselves a third.
Yeah, that is a dangerous round. And they do a great job of avoiding some of those traps that Gen G wants to set up. But the TP there, I believe, heard by Zenom. And
Go, go.
that shuts down Kara, and then Munchkin somehow finds 2 back there. Cortezia, though, really starting to come to life, hitting some snappy shots. Much needed here for MIBR. See if they can find the 4th. 1 more to go in the half.
Neural Theft available, as well as from the shadows. Hunter's Fury, 1 charge away for Verno. Some very solid tools about to be available. Munchkin, though. Viper's Pit, finally available. Took a while. We'll see when that comes into play, if at all. We'll just go ahead and try to lock down any access towards his A side. Texture playing forward, finding 1. The breach now eliminated. The re-push, and he is playing on a knife's edge. Karen at the same time going to be picked off. They now know that Market is at risk. Just with a re-peek. Find Shenham. Texture just single-handedly trying to hold this down, but Ash does get involved. Finding 1, finding a second, looking for the 3rd. Runs out of bullets. It's just Cortezia, no corpses to try to play off to try to get a reveal. Now being hunted here. Just sending the ult, trying to get any kind of stray tag. None to be found there, but Munchkin is slowly approaching around the back. Holding the angle here for the exit. Cortezia can find this. Maybe he can make a run, but Munchkin will be able to get it done. 9-3, Gen G way out through as they go into this pistol, a must win. Otherwise, Gen G will find themselves at double digits. Clear on the recon. Quad push basically out into mid. Cortezia out over towards that market door. Nice look at the shove them back, but okay, well, Karan, for all the praises that we sing him, he's going to be the first one to fall. It's a nice shot to come through from Artsy.
Yeah, but meanwhile, Munchkin's just free roaming over at A. I mean, you do have Verno a bit close, but he's going to get some pretty easy access to the site, although MIBR starting to get a read onto this. If they've left this space open, they're aware of that negative space. Let's see if they can stop Gen G from getting in and getting a plant going.
Barrier mesh. Difficult to try to clear out when it comes down to these pistols. Immediately going to start spamming it though, try to work this down as quickly as they can. There you go. Nothing found there off the net. Couple shots exchanged, but no real damage going to be taken here. Still the player advantage for the side of MIBR as they get ready to go on this retake.
There's 3 sheriffs in the hands of Gen G. They can connect.
Trying to find a timing. There you go. Munchkin coming up big. Finds 2. Brings it now into a 3v3.
Look at this reclear.
His sheriff not going to be recoverable though for Foxy9 unless he can make his way all the way across. Paranoia does get sent. Shock dart damage going to be found as Ash falls down to 11 HP, but still is going to be good for 1. And now they know exactly where Verno's at. Revealed by the recon, the slide in. He's completely, utterly surrounded. Now netted, locked on the floor, but he gets the tap and brings it into the 1v1. Swings out, runs out of bullets. 2 bullets remaining, and what a shot! The time is not there, but my God, Verno, you are an absolute menace!
Oh my goodness. He is on fire today. 14 kills. He's now tied with Karan in the kill department. I mean, if he just has a few extra seconds here, but the delay, the stall, Ash in particular, the way he's working around the box on site, very, very heady.
And it's bittersweet because they cannot get the round win conversion off the back of that gorgeous play. But my God, Verno.
They're buying up here. MIBR.
They are.
Yeah. They're feeling the pressure. They're getting a little aggressive over towards A main, but Gen G being very patient. They're wary of something, and they're right to be so. They're taking their time to make sure that there's no deep push-outs. I mean, you saw it on the pistol round that they sent 3 right out of top mid. So you got to be ready. Some kind of aggression. Cortezia holding a tight angle with this stinger. Couldn't find any shots to connect though.
Not going to do much at that distance. Playing
The
for the information.
on the floor.
And Cam, got to catch him off guard.
Scanning ahead.
We've now confirmed that there's a force buy. So Gen G
I'm out of here.
gonna maybe play around a bit differently here. So it's gonna be a quick pivot across. 3 players towards this A site.
Still being very methodical, our Gen G, really taking their time. Still looking.
Very loose-lipped about their movements here. Texture's just stomping around. Trying to see if he can get any kind of reaction out of him. Paranoia goes across the site. He's not going to find either of these players at Alley. Shedham's able to find that kill, and that can't be a timing potentially picked up. Texture now going to be paranoid. Aspas does get a dink at range, puts Ash down to 70. Weapon not going to be scooped up. Foxy's able to find 1 now. Trades it out. Net connecting. Spike planted. Drone hunting around here from the back, but with the double face, Gen G are able to find Shedham, getting that Bulldog right back out of their hands. Texture dead here on the side. Ash across to the opposite side as Munchkin gets the spot out, but cannot get the shots to connect as Aspas is doing so much damage. Swaps to the classic, and he shuts down Foxy9. Rotates over, gets a weapon upgrade, back over for the defuse. MIBR, the force buy, finding value as they will get themselves another round win here in the second half.
Running low.
It is amazing how many headshots that Aspas is hitting with that stinger. Some great shutdowns as well, but they are so well drilled there. I mean, these hits that he's getting, Foxy doing his damnedest, but Aspas just too darn good. That was a risk that paid off big time for MIBR. It's their map pick. They've got to turn it around. Let's see if they can keep it going here on this defender side. A few sheriffs going to be bought up for Gen G. But otherwise, not much to speak of.
Net does get the grab there, but no way to play off the back of it, so just be removed. Munchkin, quick little peek in towards the B site. Tiny bit of damage suffered. Grabs the orb. Looks like he's trying to fake back, but camera's still set up here in main.
It really
Now
feels like, yeah, it really feels like Gen G is just trying to bait some responses out of MIBR. Munchkin's trying to get the download on what these defensive setups are going to look like so he can kind of figure out as this half goes on how he can maneuver around it, where he can spot the weak sides. Because so far, they haven't been able to find too much. MIBR has been holding their cards pretty close to the vest, so they're going to have a tough execute coming through here, potentially.
Cage triggered.
Cage set up, a little bit of spray through. He's able to find some damage. Eats quite a bit of damage in response. Down to 14. His exit trying to escape. Shock Dart will chase him, but Outspot's Cortezia able to find one piece. Outspot's Inferno now. The dynamic duo getting involved. Is Guard with the classic. Will get the shutdown mid-slide. Gets a headshot to try to make a go of it, but can't find much more damage there. 3 players surviving. MIBR up to 5.
All right. Now Rifle's going to come into play for Gen G. You have Foxy9's ult Annihilation available for Deadlock. Ospas starting to heat up. Slow start to the map. 7 kills now. He can keep picking it up. Definitely MIBR could come back into this. Bruno has been their shining star so far. They're going to need one of the best players in Valorant to really start stepping up. Here goes that 3-man push. Down mid again. This time, though, don't like what they see. Recon there. Texture's just going to send some shots into the smokes just to make sure there's not going to be any more aggression. Gen G's going to... I thought they might consider trying to take some mid control, but instead they're still just watching to see what MIBR is going to do.
A recall on the cam there for Cortezia. Doesn't get cleared out. Seems suspicious, though, seeing the wall, and gets a very solid read on Munchkin's position. Seems like it's MIBR, the ones that are getting the download now.
Yeah, they're just corralled right now, our Gen G. They're going to have to hit some pretty nasty shots to get out of this.
Osmos over the top, drops down to the worst possible moment there as Texture trying to escape, slides back across the wall. Chops flying, but the grab comes in. Cortezia being dragged to his demise. Foxy9 this time able to find some value off the back of the ultimate. That now leaves Shen up low on HP. 7 health, getting the kill. Onto the first. Foxy9 playing ring around the rosy. He's going to rotate across over towards Boba. There's the ping reveal. And there is the shot. Gen G not letting MIBR build up the momentum here. They get themselves another round win off the back of the bye. Still suffer some heavy losses, though. Neither team's economy going to be in the most stable position.
And the fact that Texture gets out behind his own fast lane before he gets killed is incredible. The timing as well, just a bit unfortunate for Ospas. Just wasn't quite prepared for Texture to be that pushed up.
Any other weapon, he's dead to rights.
Yeah, and then that opens up the Annihilation behind it. I mean, that's just the way everything kind of crumbled there.
Revealing area.
Same dart here from Ash round over round, just trying to make sure that these pushes out into mid aren't coming through from MIBR. Allows them to funnel their focus forward onto the sites themselves. Just a Sheriff in hand here for the Cypher.
Kind of an awkward tripwire setup.
And going for the diagonal. Runs out of bullets, running straight back. Texture spawning out Verno. Sends out the relay bolt to try to hold him back. We'll be able to do so successfully.
I'm out of here.
And you've got a lot of util here on Foxy9. He can decide where he's going to funnel MIBR into. Sets up the barrier mesh at market.
Welcome
in the pit.
Clear, but I mean, they want them to have to only go through market now. The pit's going to be invested. Locks off back of sight Boba. Another grab net at the ready here from Foxy9. Slow up the approach. Sends it, catches on the 2. Get the clear, fault line. Gonna connect on to Charon, but he's got the paranoia. So as the util gets exchanged, it's still going to be Gen G who end up coming out on top. As Charon gets the spray down onto the final 2 players, and Gen G get themselves up to map point flawless fashion.
They're just really dialed in today. The crossfire setup. Texture finding that first kill to open up the site. Tezia, nothing he can do. Foxy looking really sharp there, catching Ospas on the end of the slide. Kara in there, tucked into the cubby on site. Just incredible the form that Genji has come into this opening match of Masters Toronto with. A lot of ults though for MIBR.
Well, the last force worked. This one though, a bit more desperate and off to a rough start. The side for dead, the spike gonna be planted here. Less than 20 seconds of the round starting. Karen up over the top, about to catch Eclipse. Gets the readjust. Then I'm gonna be taken down. And that was some of their heaviest hitting weapons available to them as Ospas desperately tries to scoop it up. Karen finds the headshot before falling. Hunter's Fury fishing for the rest. It's a 2v4. Ooh, Huntsy's able to find the first. A great headshot there on the texture. Shock dart up and over the top, and Foxy 9 on a timing, able to just go ahead, peek in, finds the kill, and takes Verno down the boot. 13-5. Genji looking electric here on MIBR's map pick of Sunset.